Hey y'all, my name is Travis and welcome to Travis Brick's YouTube channel. So today I thought we kind of wrap up the year by showing kind of state of where things are. I meant to get this out before I left for Christmas break and it just didn't happen. So I'm going to take you through kind of where things are at right now. Things are a mess, as you can kind of see behind me that I have a bunch of the city tore out. And so I'm going to talk about kind of why that is and what the status is on that. And just kind of take you through the Lego room where things kind of are right now. Okay, so let's first talk about this area. So as you can see, I have now added lights to all of the top section. The bank I even added extra lights into the chandelier. So the bank is now lit. Town Hall is now lit all the way up. The Grand Emporium is lit as well. The Daily Bugle lit all the way up. And the Boutique Hotel is lit as well. And they are currently all ran to just 2 battery packs for right now. This is just mostly to check them, make sure that all worked. Eventually, I'll get the cords underneath, get them plugged into a more normal power source. You can see I've added this little plaza area to my to this top section. These are gonna be little stands, so I did a little kind of coffee cart stand there. Yet to be determined what the other 2 stands might be. One might be like a fruit stand, maybe. I'd love to do maybe like an art stand or something on the other one. This is going to be a little like poster information center thing. I need to get another matching part. And actually, I might swap all those out for dark green to match the Grand Emporium a little bit better. So this might change up in color, but I just kind of wanted to get a design together. And then, so the rest of this is out because I'm currently waiting for a PAB standard order from Lego Online that I placed on Black Friday. So it should be here any day for tiles to finish off the sidewalks and stuff up there. So I'll show you where those are here in a minute. But this was kind of a surprise to me. I got a really good deal on a assembly square set that was open and missing maybe a bag or so. So that's why this window is still missing yet, because I need to get a couple more parts that were missing out of that set to finish that. But this is the assembly square alt build. That is the European Jazz Cafe, and that's going to take the place of Sesame Street in the original bottom row here. So it'll go the Lego Official Jazz Club, the Palace Cinema, and then this one. So they'll be kind of all in a row, and I think it's going to be really cool to add that to the corner to kind of complete the entertainment district. But I'll show you more about how this is all different modules in a second here, because they're over on a table off to the side. But this is kind of, I thought I'd take advantage while I had some space here and do some sorting and stuff. And I might do some more sorting here while I still have the space while I'm waiting on this order. So next I want to show you kind of the supports underneath this area over here, since they're actually exposed for once. So let me move a couple things and we'll show you that. Okay, so as you know, I do everything on mills plates. And that's everything. And so this is a side view of this area. Okay, so I've shown this area off quite a bit lately. I'm really happy with how this area turned out. It's kind of a breakup into the new entertainment and governance section of my city. But I didn't really show the bottom side of it. So this is sat on some mills plates, right? And even this, I needed just a little filler piece to go in here, and even this is on a mills plate. So you can see how that's kind of like that. And then there's mills plates sitting on top of Duplo and system blocks. That's just a little loose just because it's not pulled up with the rest of it. But you can see there's mills plates there. And in fact, if my camera will focus, you can see that top mills plate, which this is the underside or the back side of the mountain you see from the front side. You can see even that's a Mills plate just sitting on top of some Duplo, Quattro, and System brick. So with just a couple of removing of things, I could actually pull out entire modules here. So this middle set module, I would need to disconnect the steps here, but this whole one section would pull out. These bottom two sections are all one module, and then this back here is all one module as well. And so if I wanted to, I could pull all of those individually out and work on them at my desk if I wanted to. The thought process for that is so that if I wanted to work on them at my desk, I could. It also lets me change like stuff out pretty easily if I want to. And yeah, so I really recommend this. This also will let me, if I want to run lights up underneath anything, you know, I can pretty easily get bits and parts and chunks out to easily run cables through for lighting. So someday, eventually, I'll do that. I'll probably light up the little lights I'm putting on the staircases. I'll eventually do that probably. Maybe do some kind of under the bridge lighting. But that's a long ways off. But being modular lets me be able to pull them apart. And, you know, if I wanted to take any of this to a convention or something to show off, I could pretty easily do that. Okay, let me go over and show you kind of where all of this stuff went. Okay, so sticking with the module aspect of everything, all of this is all the parts that are missing from up there. So these are the sidewalks that go across the front of the bottom layer. This is that little insert piece that goes between now the Palace Cinema and the new European Jazz Cafe. These are the wall sections that are normally in back of that bottom row. And you can see they're also Mills plate. It's just kind of sitting here on top of this. And as I talked about before, I like to disguise where the breaking points are between Mills plates. So as you can see, the wall actually lines up with the Mills plate. However, the rocks don't. So you can see this has a 4 overhang. This is a 2 overhang. And these actually slip in between each other, which I'll show you when I go to put the city back together. I will take a video of putting them all together. But so that kind of helps blur that line of where the Mills plates are, so you can't really see it. And then these are the plates for up top as well that I showed you that I'm waiting for about 1,000, and by about I mean 999 2x2 light bluish gray tiles are coming from Lego. So I need a couple more pieces to kind of finish off some stuff. I need to fill in some plant life. It's going to look something like that when it's done, with a little tree and some flowers and stuff, just to kind of break up the monotony of gray. And I'm going to show you something that I know will make some of you cringe, but I do cut Lego base plates to be the size that I need. So this was one of the big 48 by 48s that I cut down to 48 by 8. And it's just to make my life easier. You know, it's not like those are particularly rare base plates or anything. So I don't really mind cutting them up. I would not cut up like the red one from the Palace Palace Cinema, but the ones that are pretty readily available, like the big gray ones, the green ones, the blue ones, I have no issues or qualms cutting them. In fact, I'll do a little video about how to cut them in a way that gets them to line up perfectly with your bricks. So yeah, so this is a cut up base plate, as are these as well. So these are the 48s cut down to 48 by 16. Again, it's just to make life easier as far as Mills plating goes. But so yeah, so this is all here. These, the Jazz Club, the Parisian, and the Palace, as we talked about before, already have lights put in them. So I'll need to swap out the USB port on them for the new plug to kind of connect them all together. But they're all lit, ready to go once they get back over to their placement and get lit up. What I'm still deciding about, and I probably will do this, is adding lights to the top of this. I will probably just go ahead and put lights in them a while and just call it a day as far as lighting in that section of the city. I'm also planning on doing the lighting for the couple of alt builds that are in that part of the city. So that's going to be a project for early 2024. Okay, so the rest of this is a little bit of a dumpster fire right now. This needs a whole lot of work, a whole lot of cleanup. It's kind of become storage a little bit just as I'm working on other sections of the city. I'm really putting a lot of work and effort and time into the entertainment district just to get that finished up. And I think that's how I'm going to work through 2024 is just kind of really focus on individual small sections of the city and just get them really to a point that I'm happy, and then move on to the next section rather than like jumping around as I did last year. So this part of the section, this part of the city is going to look maybe like a little bit of a hot dumpster fire for a while. Just until I get some more parts and get a little more time. But I would like to get some of this a little bit more cleaned up pretty early on. I'm waiting for some parts to get the other side of this road in, and that'll kind of really help me get some more things buttoned up over here. I need to order some more burps to finish the rock wall back here and get that upper section kind of laid in, and then work on the tunnels for the train tracks, both this side and this side. You see this is one of my tree projects that's kind of fallen apart. I did get more of these in, so I've already swapped these out, but I'll need to pull these guys out and swap them out for this, and then get this cut in. That'll be a pretty quick project that I'll do somewhat early on. And then I also haven't been super motivated to work on this area yet because I don't have all the buildings for over here. So up here will be the new museum. And I'm probably going to buy 2 copies of that and do a full 2 base plate wide museum. So that will be the first kind of building up here. And then I bought the directions on Bricklink when they were doing the pop-up shop for the Space Museum. So that's going to be a little museum center. And so I don't know what else is going to end up there. Sesame Street build will not end up there. Actually, Sesame Street will probably go down here, or maybe on the other side. So that's kind of why I also have not been super motivated about this section, because I just don't know exactly what all is going to go over here at this like exact moment. I'm also still kind of working out what this area looks like, so I need to transition from railroad track to a small beach or something, or rock into water, and then to house the pirate ship collection, which there's another pirate ship up there. I have another pirate ship on the way. I have more pirate ship parts stashed away. So I need to really kind of get a grasp of what this area is going to really look like once I'm officially done. You can see I have lots of pirates waiting for a ship to crew. I have decided at some point I'm going to buy a second copy of the new El Dorado Fortress and finish in this area with basically this part. I'm just going to rebuild or build a second one, put there, and then use the parts from this one to kind of extend it on down a little bit, and maybe put a second crane on the other side of it. So I'm just waiting for some money to buy that. So this area will kind of stay in flux for a little bit, but that's kind of the shape of it. So I can go ahead and get some of these ships placed and things like that. Really, I'm waiting on getting this side figured out before I go too much farther. And then obviously we got the gardens, which you've seen in pretty detail. And then everything else is just kind of, okay, there's some figs laying over that I need to get fixed up. I need to get the cars and stuff kind of in a little bit better place. But this section isn't too bad. I would pretty early on in 2024 like to get the gardens lit up. So I'm going to put that pretty high on my priority list of getting some lighting things done. And then I can start to get some minifigs around and stuff. The reason, again, I haven't done too much with this yet is because if I need to pull out any of these to work on the fortress area, it's going to really wreck some minifigs. So I'm trying not to get too heavily involved in this area until I get that kind of figured out a little bit. And then just all the rest of this is doing pretty well. Obviously at some point I'll add some lighting and all that to this. But I'm pretty happy with where this is. I kind of would like to change so on this facade, I have a tall lamp and then a short lamp. Tall lamp, short lamp, right? Alternating. And I kind of would like to find something different for the short lamps. And some of that is because now as I'm moving towards lighting, I don't want to stick, like look at all those lights I would have to stick in it. That just seems excessive. So I need to find something else to put in there. I haven't really landed on something that I like yet. So, let me know if you in the comments have any thoughts about that. I thought about maybe like just a ball or just like a cap or something on there. Or even just continuing the railing to make the railings wider. That's also definitely a possibility as well. So I don't know exactly what's going to go on there, but I want to get that cleaned up. I would like to get the new train, and the new train will probably have to run on this track over here because of how wide those how long those passenger cars are. I don't know if the passenger cars on the Orient Express will clear this corner. And that's really the only corner that they have to clear. So at some point I'll get that motorized. And so that's also kind of on my list, not early on, but at some point, probably when there's some double points or something, I will probably pick that up. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are with things right now. I know it's a little bit of a super hot mess. One of the other things I'm going to undertake pretty early on here in 2024, and actually probably even within the next couple of days, is I have started. So underneath here is some of my parts storage. And these are all the IKEA Alex drawers. And I've started to add labels to them. And when I added this third set of Alex drawers, gosh, you can see all the marks on the front. When I added this third set of Alex drawers, I didn't really resort all the stuff to make it more convenient. So I think while I have all that space there, I might really do a deep reorganization of these just to make it a little easier to find some parts and continue with the labeling situation. Last thing up here, I don't know if I really showed this too much, but these are all the 1 through 24 series CMFs, and just the Dreamzzz sets down there at the end because I don't have anywhere else to put that right now. And then here's a little thing, and I'm going to add more to this with some of the sig figs and sig tiles that I've collected from some of my friends, some of my online friends, in the Lego community. So I'm definitely gonna be adding more to that around it. There's lots of room there for that, and I'm pretty excited about that as well. One last thing that you don't see too often is this is my build desk, and I just bought these Acro Mills bins to help with my sorting. So this is kind of like my rough sort that I would do when I'm sorting bulk Lego. And I've been really trying to do like 5-10 minutes a day of just sorting bulk Lego into these bins so that it can get sorted more finely into my bins. And this has been a huge improvement over my bin of bulk Lego. And then this is just kind of some fun stuff that I've collected. This is kind of like vintage Lego stuff. And then here's my Fabuland collection, which is always ever growing. I really enjoy the Fabuland figs. They're just a lot of fun. And just some other just kind of fun stuff. And then there's some of my backlog. But yeah, this is just a little bit that you don't see of my desk too often, because usually you're looking through that camera right there. All right, so that's kind of where things are right at this moment. This is done just a day or two after Christmas here. And one of my things for this coming year is to make sure I'm really intentional. Make sure I have some intentions with the parts I'm buying. I bought a lot of just kind of bulk color stuff. over this past year, and I found that it hasn't been that useful to me. So I'm trying to be really a little more careful about my orders in parts and stuff, and make sure they're really kind of project focused. And hopefully that will allow me to kind of finish some more projects in a little bit more of a timely manner, rather than doing a shotgun effect of ordering stuff and just hoping that I have the right things when I get to it. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with this. Like I said, I'm kind of waiting on some parts to finish up this area behind me. I'm gonna get some lighting parts ordered so that I can get my alt builds lit up in that area and really kind of get this section that you see behind me really cleaned up and looking good, and then move on to the dumpster fire that is the kind of residential part of the city and get that looking like something. But yeah, if you enjoy this type of video, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna leave you with a little clip of Harley at the beach during Christmas. See y'all.